Hey everybody, this is DMZ Dominus bringing another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This battle is against NinjuR, and let's get started. Now, I lead out with my special lead, my tank. That's right, a Skun tank lead. It's awesome. An OU. So I'm thinking he was some kind of setup Heatran, but he actually turned out he wasn't, so I just get Earth Powered in the face, and that makes me sad face. Because he's going to bring me down to my stash. I'm going to taunt. I'm not really sure why I went for taunts, because I don't think I could have outsped a setup Heatran either, but oh well. Now I switch into Umbreon to take the next Earth Power, and now that I know he has Life Orb, I know he can't outstall me with my Umbreon out, so he's going to have to switch. So he goes back in the Skarmory, and I'm just going to Dark Pulse, because the hit whatever was going to switch in, but it does nothing on Skarmory. So we're going to both get some lefty gains here. And I am going to switch out, and I'm going to switch out into my Magmortar as he sets up his spikes. So that is not a good thing. So I know he thinks I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. So I know he's going to switch back into Heatran. So I'm going to go for the Focus Blast here, which was a good play on my part because his Heatran dies. So as his Heatran, his health goes down. I feel good about myself. No, for serious now, he's gonna switch into this Gengar, and I'm just gonna Flamethrower because I know his Gengar probably can't kill me in one shot, so he's gonna sub up. I go for the Flamethrower, and this is just gonna continue. And while this is happening, this guy was on the Maryland forums again. That's where I primarily look for battles, so if you do want to battle me, you can just check out the Maryland forums, and I will most likely be on it whenever I have the opportunity to. So he's going to set up the third. Now this is a bad play on my part coming up, is I thought after 3 that he wouldn't be able to have enough to set up a 4th for some reason. I don't know why. This battle was late at night. I guess I was tired, but I just wasn't thinking straight. So I actually sent out Tank to see what kind of attack he was going to do, just so I could have taken it and then switched out, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. So that makes me switch out to my Umbreon. And I know he's going to go for the Focus Blast, so I'm just going to have to protect. I did protect. So I'm just going to have to go for the Dark Pulse, hoping his Focus Blast missed, but it doesn't. And with that Berry boost, it's going to take me down. So it goes and I die. That's sad. So I send out my iSense a noob, and I'm just going to go for its Bullet Punch to break the sub. And I break the sub, and then he hits me with a Hidden Power. I don't really care what kind of Hidden Power it was. Could have been ground, fighting, fire. It doesn't really matter at this point, because I'm going to die no matter what. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to send out my Pachi, as you all know from my last battle, and it's going to Sucker Punch and hit it. Now Pachi was a key player in this match because I told you in my last video that he's Razor Claw and Super Luck, which is a double chance for critical hits. And that is going to pay off right now. I go for a Snatch because I thought he was going to Dragon Dance, but he taunts, so I couldn't stop any Dragon Dancing, which really sucks because I wanted that Dragon Dance boost. So I just go for Drill Peck here, and my Pachi gets a crit. That's right, folks. So his Gyarados dies. This match will continue with a little bit of hacks like that. It's gonna happen. He was kind of mad about it, but you know, it's Pokemon. It happens. So I go for a Drill Peck here. He sets up his Stealth Rocks. Makes me wish I would have just switched on this guy, but I didn't. So I'm going to switch into Rhyperior so I know I can take any of his attacks so he doesn't explode or anything in my face. And he's going to switch out the Skarmory, and yeah, he sets up spikes. I go for Stealth Rock, and he goes for spikes again, and I go for Avalanche, just trying to wear him down. Now, this Rhyperior does pack Rock Wrecker just because it has a lot more power than the Stone Edge, and I like that a lot more, even if I do get the 1-turn waste. It's worked out a couple times and it's hurt me a couple times, but you know, it's Pokemon, things happen. So he's gonna set up my Pachi is really slow, which makes this really effective here, because he's gonna set up a roost, and I know he's gonna be faster. So knowing he's gonna be faster, I go for the superpower, because my Pachi is not max speed, and the superpower does not kill him, but it brings him down. So I know he's gonna go for a roost coming up, and because I know that, I'm gonna go for the Snatch. And if any of you don't really know what Snatch does, you'll see it right here. It takes your opponent's health regeneration or stat boosting move and it makes it your own, which I think is pretty darn cool if you can predict it right. So he's going to go for another roost, and I'm just going to go for another superpower here. And superpower is going to hurt him, but it's not going to kill him. In fact, it's just going to bring him under half HP. So, knowing after 2 defense and 2 attack drops I can't stay in, I'm just going to switch out back into Rhyperior, as he's going to go for another roost. Yeah, so it's good on me. I'll take a lot of Stealth Rock and Spike damage since he's had time to set him up. And here, I'm just going to go for the Rock Wrecker. I think he was going to go for Roar, because that's the only way I would have outsped him. So Rock Wrecker here, and this was another amazing moment because my Rock Wrecker gets a crit. That's right. So that's 2 crits. That's amazing, and they were both 1-shot kills. So he switches out the Flygon, and I know I can take this Outrage because it's not max defense bulky, but it's max HP, and Rhyperior is just bulky in general. I mean, it would be a great wall to have if it was max HP with Solid Rock and max defense. It'd be a really serious wall to break through. So he gets confused, but I switch out to my Pachi, and he's just gonna switch out. He's gonna switch out back in the Fortress, and I think, yeah, I went with the Sucker Punch, expecting him to attack, just, you know. So I switch out, and I switch out into my Magmortar. It takes a lot of spikes damage, and it takes a lot of Stealth Rock damage, which is not fun. He's gonna Rapid Spin away my Stealth Rocks. I guess I would have exploded there, but whatever. And he gets burnt, which is just funny. So I'm gonna outspeed him, and I guess he blew away my Stealth Rocks, and I'm gonna hit him with a Flamethrower. But I guess he blew away my Stealth Rocks, hoping my Sucker Punch just to reduce damage, so my Sucker Punch wouldn't kill him, because I guess he didn't know if it would survive just a normal shot. So I just Flamethrower him, he dies, he sends out Flygon, he goes for an Outrage. So now this is it. This was like the same situation I was in on my last one, except for I don't know if Sucker Punch will kill him normally or not. Probably not. My Pachi comes out, loses Stealth Rock damage. I go for the Sucker Punch as he's about to deliver the final blow, and this time I get a crit. That is 3 crits this game. Razor Claw, Super Luck Conchgro for the win.